What is up, Bills Mafia? We have 123 days to go until the Buffalo Bills win Super Bowl 57, and this channel is going to document every single day leading up to that amazing moment with a video. I'm a little hoarse today. I don't know why. Nay! Got a frog in my throat. Ribbit. Sorry. So stupid. I don't know why. I'm raspy. But you think my voice is going now? Wait until Sunday around 4:30 in the afternoon. I'm going to be screaming my head off. So I will keep this a little short, but I got to put out a video every single day. That's my rule. That's the dealio. I got to come through every day. Every day. It's maybe a superstitious thing now, because I feel as if I fail one day, that somehow, some way, I could affect the outcome of the Bills season, which is ridiculous because I've already said that this team is unjinxable. So if I miss a day for some reason, then I'm still not worried. Boy, my voice is really bad. I didn't realize how bad it was until I started talking. You are the first on here. True to the game 209. Well, welcome. You might be the first and the last. I don't know. I've been getting a few people on. It's been kind of fun. It is Chiefs week, so I want to chat a little bit about the game. The latest news, of course, the big news today is that Tre'Davious White has returned to practice. And when I saw the headline, I'm like, yeah, Trey Dog's going to play against Kansas City. Well, that's not the case. McDermott made it clear that the 2019 first-team All-Pro will not play in Sunday's contest against the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. And that's unfortunate. Although, coming back from that injury and having all that time off, I don't know how effective he would have been anyway. But I think a Trey White at 50% is still about as good as most of the guys we have in the defensive backfield. And also good news about Christian Benford. He was back at practice, limited, but practicing. Quick rundown of all the injuries that we have for Wednesday, what they did, what they didn't do. Benford, limited. Tremaine Edmonds, limited. Kaiir Elam, limited. Daquan Jones, limited. We have Taiwan Jones, who did not participate. Jake Kumro still out. Some of the guys that are full participants. The most notable one is Isaiah McKenzie. He was full practice after coming out of concussion protocol. Cam Lewis. Von Miller got vet rest. Mitch Morris, he is limited with an elbow. Ed Oliver, full participant. He was dealing with an ankle injury. Jordan Phillips is limited. Jordan Poyer still dealing with some rib injury. He was limited. Roger Saffold got some vet rest. We're getting healthy, kids. The Bills are getting healthy. And that's bad news for Kansas City and anybody else coming up on our schedule. Definitely like to have Trey White back, but it looks like, going back to his status, it really does look like he's going to be activated probably for that Packers game. That's cool, man. I going into the season, before the season, preseason, I kind of thought he would be ready for the regular season, but they took their time with him, and it's probably good. So that's the news on Tre'Davious White and all of our injuries heading into the game. It's gonna be something else, man. People are predicting a shootout of epic proportions. People along the betting front are saying no matter what the over-under is, take the over. Even if Vegas sets the over at 70 points, take the over. It's going to be a big game, true to the game. No doubt about it. This, of course, is the one game that I don't know if you could say people had it circled on their calendar necessarily. I mean, we knew it was there. We already beat Kansas City and Kansas City. Well, we beat Kansas City and Kansas City during the regular season in Week 5 last year. And then, let's be honest, we beat Kansas City in that playoff game. Aside from our coaching staff just absolutely falling flat on their face with decision-making over the last 13 seconds, we had that team beat. We beat them twice in that game, quite honestly. First we took the lead with, two and a half minutes to go. Gave up the lead and then came back again. Not to rehash that painful memory, but this game is going to go a long way in taking the sting out of that one. But of course, we're not going to be happy until we win the Super Bowl. And it'd be so sweet if we get Kansas City here in Buffalo for the playoffs. We're playing in Kansas City again next year. The only game that we played against Kansas City here in Buffalo recently was the 2020 season when we had no fans in the stands, which was absolutely ridiculous. All right, so Bills, Chiefs, 4 days away. Just a couple quick programming notes. Like I'm some sort of network or something. I'm going to be going live. I'm planning on going live with a Chiefs fan on Friday night, probably about 10 o'clock at night. He has a little podcast over there. Looking forward to chatting up the Bills-Chiefs game with him. Find out what he thinks about the contest, what he thinks the Chiefs have to do to be able to pull this one out, what he's fearful of when it comes to the Bills, and what he's seen so far. And of course, I'll share my thoughts about the Chiefs and the Bills and all that. Just have a good time. You're not going to get in-depth analysis here. You're just going to get a big, huge Buffalo Bills fan that likes to talk about the team and hear what you guys have to say. In fact, let's go look at the chat here. Got my one man there, true to the game. If the Bills were able to run the ball, I think they would run away with this game. Yeah, that is. Let's get into the strategy. Let's talk about that. All right. I can't say that the Bills can't run the ball. I mean, they averaged 7 yards a carry against the Steelers. The Steelers defense, they're about average. In fact, let's take a quick look at where the Steelers and the Chiefs rank on defense. But, we ran the ball. It was at home, We didn't run the ball a lot. But we ran the ball effectively when we did. So I can't say that the Bills won't be able to run the ball against the Chiefs and run it really well. But, of course, that's not Buffalo's game. They're not a run-first team. They're a pass-first team. It used to be said you would run the ball to set up the pass. Well, I think the Bills, pass the ball to try to set up the run more than anything. But I don't think Buffalo's I don't think they're like anemic on the ground. I think they're actually decent, quite honestly. Let's look at the team stats here real quick. See if I can get some ideas of where the Bills rank rushing the ball. Okay, so according to this, they've rushed the ball 115 times, and they have 582 yards rushing. They're averaging 5 yards a carry. It's not horrible at all. I'm sorry. Am I looking at defense? No, it's team offense. Like the team that's the worst apparently at rushing the ball is the Buccaneers at 3 yards a carry. Buffalo is, I don't know. Oh, well, that is with Josh Allen. I mean, I guess you'd have to take Josh Allen out of these statistics and then determine how good you are at running the ball. But, Josh Allen's part of the running game. So, I mean, why not take it in its totality? And if that's the case, then Buffalo's in the top 10 in rushing. And then when it comes to the defense, let's see if I can get some defensive statistics here, give you an idea of where the Chiefs are ranked according in comparison to the Steelers, who we ran the ball very effectively against. So the teams that have given up the least amount of yards per carry, the Niners, Colts, and Bills. Bills have given up 3.5 yards per carry. The Chiefs, where do you fall in there? The Chiefs are pretty good against the run. They've given up 4 yards per carry. And the Steelers, they're right about 12 when it comes to stopping the run. So, we ran against the Steelers. What's up, Jesse? Good to see ya. And what's up? I can never say your screen name there. Intimidordage. Jesse says, hello, how are you doing? My name is Jesse from San Antonio, Texas. Bills fan since I was young. I'll tell you one thing that I know. We're going to win, and we're going to win big. Jesse, you're one of my best friends now. You and I are kindred spirits. I agree with you. I'll give you my prediction here in a minute. And then Jesse continues to say, there's a lot of people here in San Antonio that hate me for being a Bills fan. But I couldn't care less what people think of me. I will always be a Bills fan no matter what. Well, welcome to the Bills family. That's how all of us feel. I always say you can only have one favorite team. That's the Bills. If you say, oh, I have my second favorite team is this, well, then you don't have a first favorite team. When it comes to football and the Bills for me are just, that's all there is, man. That's all there is. So, and Tim, you say, that's what I'm going to call you. And Tim, if we can keep Kelsey out of the end zone, we win. Josh and company will do the rest. Yeah, I concur. Like, that is the deal, man. We have to, I think, just of all the players on the Chiefs offense, it's Travis Kelce who we really have to make sure we know where he is on the field at all times and get a linebacker and a DB in his area. We cannot let Travis Kelce go one-on-one against a linebacker. And I think if we shut that dude down, I think we do blow this team out. What's up, Charles May? And Tim says it's going to be interesting to see what Von does against the Chiefs. That is like the X factor, right? Great point. I love that because we didn't have Von Miller in that playoff game last season. And I think, if we did, we win that game. We probably win that game going away. I don't know what happened to our defense in that playoff game last year. We had a solid defense. Maybe our pass rush was lacking a little bit, but boy, against the Chiefs in that game, they just got tired. And both defenses really got tired. They couldn't keep up. And Mahomes and company won the track meet. I mean, they got really lucky. You have to throw in a lot of luck in there too. And that's how they ended up in large part getting away with that game. I mean, when you talk about luck, you talk about the coin flip, right? I mean, Buffalo scores a touchdown if we win that coin flip. So and Tim says he hopes the Jordan Phillips hammy is good. And he does. Man, he does make a difference. And that's going to be the difference, I think, in this game is the defensive line. Ed Oliver's back. I'm pretty sure Jordan Phillips is going to play. Greg Rousseau, the aforementioned Von Miller. Even Tim Settle and Daquan Jones. I mean, these guys are going to get after it all day long. The best linebacker in the league, Matt Milano. And I'm not just saying that because he's on the Bills. Pro Football Focus has him ranked as the top linebacker in the league. At least they did. Let me look real quick. Linebacker rankings. And even if he's not like at the top of their list, no, he is. So Matt Milano is still number one as the top linebacker in the NFL, followed by Bobby Wagner and Demario Davis of the Saints. So, looking good all the way around on this game. Getting our guys back from injury. We already have what I would have to say is the best defense in the league. And I think by a lot. I think the Bills defense is better than every defense in the NFL, and in all areas, taking the ball away, getting to the quarterback, coverage, and everything. Now, the one thing that has cropped up enough over the first 5 games of the season is turnovers. We cannot turn the ball over against the Chiefs. 1 turnover is fine. 2, you're pushing it over 2, and we're in trouble. We had 4 turnovers against the Rams. We had 2 turnovers last week against Pittsburgh. We turned the ball over against Miami. That cost us. So we cannot turn the ball over. And it's a simple take, man. And it's a take that everybody has for almost every football game. You cannot turn the ball over. But Josh Allen and company, Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs, they're all healthy. I love Khalil Shakir. I think he's going to have another big game. Now, Isaiah McKenzie's back, but do you take away snaps from Khalil Shakir because Isaiah McKenzie's back? I don't think so. And I think they work in Isaiah slowly into the... Did I lose a stream? Am I still up here? I think I'm still up here. It looks like I froze or something. I think, do you take away snaps from Khalil Shakir with Isaiah McKenzie back in the lineup? I just don't know. I think my stream is starting to die out here. So, because my voice is going and my stream is going, if I'm still on, I'm going to have to kind of wrap it up here. Looks like I might be back. Sorry about that. So, yeah, what I was saying, in case you guys missed it, is I really kind of wonder what the Bills are going to do with Khalil Shakir now that he seems to have had a breakout game. Will he remain on the field? Will Isaiah McKenzie return to his utility player role that he had last season? He only caught the ball, I think, 21 times, and 11 receptions, I think it was against the Patriots in that big game. So, I'm not so sure how much they were invested in Isaiah McKenzie as the third receiver, but I think going forward, it's going to be Khalil Shakir. So, all right, guys, listen, I'm going to be going live every night right up until the game, going live at the game. Friday night, going to have a guy on from Kansas City to talk about the Bills. That's going to be fun, and I'm going to set up Zoom so all of you can kind of poke in and maybe get on my silly little stream too and have some fun. That's what we're going to do. Mr. Diggs, go Bills. Love it. Have a good night, brother. Have a good night, Jesse. It was nice meeting you, man, and welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. And because I know that the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl this year, you can go ahead and subscribe. But only if you know the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl. All right, I'm going to leave you with something fun, and then I'll see you tomorrow.
The Bills make me wanna shout, kick your heels up and shout, throw your hands up and shout, throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout, yeah, 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 yeah.
Say you will.
Shout it right now, baby.
Say you will.
Come on, come on.
Say you will.
Come on and shout.
Say you will.
Yeah.
Shout.
Buffalo's happening now.
Shout.
We're on the move now.
Shout.
The Bills are happening now.
Shout.
They're making it happen now.
Shout.
We got the spirit,
Shout.
a lot of spirit, yeah.
Shout.
We got the spirit.
Shout.
Just watch it happen now. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
The Bills make me wanna
Shout.
throw your head back and
Shout.
throw your hands up and
Shout.
kick your heels up and
Shout.
come on now. The Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Say you will.
Shout it right now, baby.
Say you will.
Yeah.
Shout.
Buffalo's happening now.
Shout.
We're on the move now.
Shout.
The Bills are happening now.
Shout.
They're making it happen now.
Shout.
We got the spirit,
Shout.
a lot of spirit, yeah.
Shout.
We got the spirit.
Shout.
Just watch it happen now. Hey, 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 Bills make me wanna shout.
Where else would you rather be than right here, right now?
Nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.